Hi, welcome to Books with Lexi. I'm so excited to share my January TBR. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe. I post 2 to 3 videos a week and host reading spreads as well. So this is the second time I am playing my TBR game, Escape the TBR, and it is quickly becoming one of my favorite things to do. I love having different aspects of the game, picking genres for me, and then obviously the prompts, and trying to fit the prompts with the genres, even though sometimes it's difficult. And in this round, there's some very exciting things that are going to be coming up. So I filmed the first round where you could see me and the board when I was getting the prompts and everything. This time you just see the board and then my hand. So hopefully you all like that change. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I will have the announcement video and the first video linked in the description, but it's pretty easy to figure out as you watch. So before we get into the game, I am quickly going to go over my book club books and any readathons I'm participating in, and hopefully I'll be able to fit some of these into my prompts for the game. So I talked about both of these books in my December TBR, but both of the live shows have been pushed into January because of like Christmas time and everything. So for the Pyramid Book Club, for the December pick, I will be reading Magic Lies and Deadly Pies by Misha Pop. The live show for this is on January 8th, so I won't be reading it until closer to then. And then I'm co-hosting the Lights Out Book Club hosted by Sav from Riveting Reads, and we are reading The Last Invitation by Darby Kane. The live show for this is going to be on Wednesday, January 11th at 7 p.m. Eastern. And then I will be joining her on her channel for sprints immediately afterwards. So I will be reading this in January, even though it is her December book club pick. So for the Pyramid Book Club in January, we are reading Old Country. This is a horror thriller blend, and our live show for this is going to be on Saturday, January 28th, I believe. It's on the last Saturday of the month. So I will be reading this one in January. So for January, my friend Kelsey from Slime and Slashers has a book club, the Midnight Book Society. And in January, the pick is Gone to See the Riverman. The discussion, I believe, won't be until February, but I wanted to mention this so that you had time to pick it up if you were interested. So that is it for book clubs that I am currently aware of. I know some book clubs take off in January, and then there might be some that I'm forgetting that just aren't announced yet, but I usually try to participate in the Literally Dead Book Club, which I think is off in January, the Book Troop, the Lights Out Book Club, the Dark Hearts Book Club. Am I missing any? I don't know. So I will likely be reading some more books for book clubs. For readathons, the only thing I'm going to be participating in is Jumpstart January, hosted by Mel from Mel Lenore Reads. This is kind of just getting ahead on your goals for the year, so I don't have anything currently set for that. Maybe I'll try to read some more of series that I am in the middle of because I didn't realize I was in so many. I don't have any set books for that, but I will be participating. Okay, I think that is everything for my required reads, so let's get into the game. I am so excited to be playing this game for the second round. I mentioned in the last round, I can start at whatever entrance that I want and then choose where I exit. So for this round, I'm going to be starting over here by this purple room. Just a reminder about the colors. Orange is thriller, red is horror, blue is sci-fi, green is mystery, purple is other, so romance, historical, whatever else, and yellow is a free genre. So I get to pick a book that fits the prompt, but any genre. The blue cards are the prompt cards. The purple are the cards that let me know if I can go through a door that's on the inside of the house, and orange is to let me know if I can go through a door that's on the outside of the house. So these are all shuffled from last time. I did make sure I didn't include the same prompts as the last one other than the friend pick because that one was fun. Yeah, let's just get started. 11. So I'm starting here, and I think I'm going to make it difficult for myself, and my goal is going to be to escape through the orange room, the thriller room over here. I do want to make sure that I go through a horror room, so I think I'm going to attempt to go this way to get here. Make it difficult. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Door is unlocked. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Door's locked. Remove one book from TBR. I don't have a book to remove, so I just will move one more space, not through that door. 11. Okay, so a horror book that Winston picks. I am so excited that I got this prompt. Winston is one of my cats. I just love this as a prompt. So right after this, you're going to see him pick the book. I gave him 3 choices. I put treats on all of them, and then whichever one he ate first was the book I'm going to read. So, as you saw, Winston picked Gone to See the Riverman. This works out perfectly. I have a video I am doing this for, and also for Kelsey's book club. I will likely read this towards the end of the month because the discussion will be in February, but this is extreme horror. Katrina read this and recommended it, but if anyone tells her that they're reading it, she gets really nervous, and somebody else recommended this to me, hint, hint, so I will be reading this in January. Okay, next. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another horror that is in third person. Next is horror in third person, and for this I have The Exorcist by William Peter Blatty. I have not seen this movie. I have not read this book. I am very interested in it. I mean, it's like a classic horror book. I'm really excited to be getting to this one. Okay, so to start, I have to figure out. Door is unlocked. 1, 2, 3. Okay, sci-fi with multiple points of view. So for sci-fi with multiple points of view, I have The Book of M by Pong Shepherd. This is following a phenomenon where people's shadows start to disappear. Yeah, we are following 2 characters. I have read The Cartographers by Pong Shepherd and enjoyed it, and I think I will like this one even more. I have a feeling this is going to be a lot of books. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What have I done? Okay, another sci-fi from my shelves. Next, I have a sci-fi from my shelves, and I'm going to be reading Annihilation by Jeff Vandermeer. This is the first in the Southern Reach trilogy. This is one of my 23 and 23. I wanted to get a head start on that, and it's short, which is good because I have a lot of big reading plans for January. I'm starting to work on some videos that are going to take a little more time than just like a couple days that it normally takes me to read for a video, so I definitely wanted some short ones. And this one I think is post-apocalyptic and maybe environmental. I'm very into those things and really looking forward to this. 8. 1, 2. Door is unlocked. Thank you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Whew. Okay. A horror. That is a friend pick. Oh, I'm glad I got that one again. That's fun. Roll 5 is a horror that a friend has picked, and for this, I reached out to my friend Michelle. She initially was like, what have I read that you haven't? But she has read an arc of How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix, so that is what she recommended to me. This does come out in the middle of January, so I won't be reading it until closer to the end of the month, but I know she loved this one, and I'm really looking forward to it. Next. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Horror. Oh my gosh, the Nova picks. Nova's my other cat. This is so fun. I love that I got this one as well. So I have a horror book that my cat Nova picks. So once again, I'm going to give her 3 options. They all have a treat on it, and whichever one she eats first is the pick. Hey, don't look. Don't look. Get your nose away. So Nova picked Gyo by Junji Ito. I am really looking forward to this one. I hate fish. They freak me out. So like now I'm nervous. But I loved Uzumaki, and this is a matching one with that. This has to do with things smelling bad. I don't know, but I'm very much looking forward to this. So thanks, Nova. I think I'm going to try to go through this way. 7. I'm getting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Horror that is picked with an emoji poll. Next is a horror that is chosen by an emoji poll. So I put this up on Instagram. So the first one is Old Country by Matt Query and Harrison Query. So there's like an old person and a tree and a squirrel for the country. I should have put like a house on it for the cover, but oh well. The second option is Mary by Nat Cassidy. There's the hand, there's the wine glass, and then the person in the bathtub. And then the third option was Cold Moon over Babylon. There's a moon, there's somebody being cold, and a boat, which is on here. So those are my 3 options. The winner with half of the votes was Mary by Nat Cassidy. This is one of my 12 books from 12 friends, so I'm excited to be getting to this one. This is horror, and I've heard it compared to 2 of my favorite horror books, like for different reasons. So I'm really looking forward to this. I would love a double. Nope. 1, 2, 3, 4. Door is locked. Remove 1 book from TBR. Now I have to remove a book. So for that, I'm going to be removing The Exorcist. I personally prefer books in first person. So even though I think I'm going to like this, I just took this off the list. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8. Door is locked. Remove 1 book from TBR. And another book to remove. I'm going to remove the Book of M. Really for no reason other than I don't have a video that this is going in planned yet. So this is one that I do obviously want to read. I own it, but not in January. Well, guess I'll go back. 9. And that is another horror book from Kindle Unlimited. Next is a horror book from KU, and for this I have This Is Where We Talk Things Out. This is on my 12 books from 12 friends list. Katrina recommended this to me, and it is a horror novella on KU. 7. 1, 2, 3. Doors unlocked. 4, 5, 6, 7. So yellow is a free genre, so I can pick any genre that I bought new. Next is any genre, a book that I bought new, and I've had this on so many TBRs, so I am making it a priority to start the year off, and that is Seasonal Furies by Shauna McGuire. This is the companion sequel to Middle Game, but it doesn't follow the same characters, so I've been putting it off. But maybe I'll still love it. Okay, this is roll number 10. 4, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Another free genre that Bowser picks. What are the odds that I got all 3 of my pets in this one? Look at this. All 3 of my pets get to pick a book for my January TBR. I love this. It is the energy I want to start the year with. So for this, I picked 3 books that I have planned for videos that may already correspond with other books that are picked. So you can see which one he picked. Also ignore his haircut. I'm not going to talk about what Bowser looks like. He is mid-haircut, so just ignore everything about him. But here are his options. Down. Down. Take it. Go ahead, take it. That was a quick one. So Bowser picked Now Is Not the Time to Panic by Kevin Wilson. This is about 2 misfit teenagers. I don't know. Honestly, this one's a little outside of my comfort zone. 9. 1, 2, 3. Door's locked. Next, I have to remove a book. This one was hard because I didn't really want to remove any of them. I 100% was not going to remove any of my pets picking or the friend pick. So I ended up deciding to take off the KU horror book. This is where we talk things out, only because I'm trying to start the year off with reading as many of my physical owned books as I can. So a lot of my priorities are the other roles because they're physical books, but it's maybe likely I'll read this one anyway. 4, 5, 6, 7. Door is unlocked. 8, 9. Okay, so purple is other genre, so romance, that other stuff. That is a book club pick. Oh, darn it. We have so many books on this list. So the next one I'm kind of cheating for. This is a book club book, but it has to be in like romance, historical fiction, fantasy, that like those genres that I don't typically read. And I personally don't know of any of those that I'm interested in at the moment. So I'm cheating because the Aardvark book club, the Aardvark book club, which is a new book box subscription, sent me 2 books, and one of them was Aesthetica, which is kind of a contemporary fiction that has to do with like a makeup influencer. This is not one that I would pick for myself. They chose to send me this as one of the 2 books. So I do want to give it a go because they kindly sent it to me, but I do hate this cover. So this is a book club book, but not really, but we're going with it. Oh no. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so another in that is picked by a random color generator. Next is a book in the other category as well, and the color I randomly generated was concrete gray. So I'm trying to get ahead on my 23 and 23, so I'm going to be reading Under the Banner of Heaven by Jon Krakauer. This is true crime that deals with the Mormon Church. If you watched my 23 and 23, you know that I like accidentally bought an annotated copy, which was really fun. So that is making me a little more excited for this. But yeah, this is nonfiction, so it fits into the other category, and it has gray on the cover. Okay, 13. Doubles, so I get to just go through this door. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So a thriller was my favorite setting. And then I have a thriller book with my favorite setting, and one of my favorite settings is the snowy, isolated situation, so I'm going to be reading Breathless by Amy McCulloch. This is following a journalist who goes up on a mountain to do an interview, and she ends up getting snowed in there, I believe. Yeah, survival against the killer who is picking them off one by one. Love that, and I love snowy, isolated books. Okay, maybe this is it. 10. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. I have escaped. So with removing the books, I ended up with 10 books on my January TBR from this game. I think last month I only had 5 or 6. So, I mean, I did make it more difficult on myself. I am looking forward to getting ahead on my 23 and 23 list, my 12 books from 12 friends list, and I'm excited to start getting to some books that are for some really exciting, like, secret themed vlogs. So I was only able to fit one of the 4 book club books in here. So even though I took 3 off of my TBR, I guess technically have 13 books on my January TBR. I almost said August. Anyway, I would love to know if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them, and I'd love to hear about your January reading plans. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye!